Okay, so we're going to be making the bread today, and we have here 1 pack so far of this rapid rise yeast, fast acting yeast. So this is 1 pack in the bowl already, or it's 2 packs. 2 packs in the bowl already. We have some water, about a cup of water. We'll see if we need more. Sugar, and then all-purpose flour. So this is the start of the bread.
So to start it, we're going to dissolve the yeast in the water. Now the water should be room temperature, not too ice, not too cold, not too hot. If you use too hot water, it's going to kill the yeast. So you have to use room temperature. And we're going to stir it until we can dissolve the yeast into the water. I'm going to put a little more of this water. This was about a cup full of water. I'm also going to put about a teaspoonful of sugar. We have a cup of water mixed with the yeast to help to dissolve it. I also have the sugar. Now I'm going to apply some flour.
So there's 1 teaspoon of sugar.
Yes, 1 teaspoonful of sugar.
A cup of water.
A cup of water.
And then 2 packs of the yeast.
Now we're going to add some flour. Now this flour is to help us to be able to tell if the leaven has risen, because the leaven has to rise. And when it has risen, then we'll know that it's time for us to start kneading our bread. Paste with the flour and the leaven. Now, as you may notice, this is a little bit thick, so I'm going to add about another half cup of water to make the consistency a little thinner, because that was too thick. It would take a long time to rise if I do that. So we're going to mix it up. Now the leaven is already mixed. We're going to leave it. I'll throw a towel over it and leave it for a few minutes so that it can start rising. And when it has risen, we know that that yeast is working and we can start kneading our bread.
And about how long will it take to rise? Estimate.
About 30 minutes.
Okay.
This is the leaven that has come up, so we know that the yeast is good and working. So we can now proceed with our bread.
About how many cups? Okay, so we have about 6.5, 7 cups of flour. Now how much sugar?
We're going to put about, if you want the bread to be sweet,
about a cup.
About a cup of sugar. And then we have to put some salt, about a teaspoonful of salt.
Okay, so we put about a teaspoon of salt. And now we're not going to use all shortening. We're going to use half shortening, half butter. So we have a stick of butter, which is, they always say only packet how many cups it is.
This doesn't say.
Yes, it say. It always say. Okay.
8 tablespoons.
8 tablespoons. So that's a 1/4 cup of butter. Here we go. See it here. So this is 4 and 4, so that's 8. Okay, so we're going to use some food prep gloves. This is separate from the gloves you buy in the store for like medical use or whatever. This one is especially for food prep. And you can get this like at a grocery store. Okay, so we're going to add the shortening in. And then you say half of the butter.
I'm going to add half a stick of the butter.
And then you're just going to mix it.
So we're going to add the leaven with the flour. What on that is?
Okay.
So we're going to mix the flour with the leaven. Now we're adding
Some water.
some more water. Some of the butter or the shortening, whatever's left over. And now we're going to knead it. until it becomes smooth. Grease the pan. Put some grease in the pan so that the bread wouldn't get stuck.
Then we're gonna leave it to rise.
And we're going to set it to rise. Leave it to rise.
You cover it up.
Yes, we're going to
Where you
cover it
put those ovens?
just to see if it would
Bounce.
back. But it's going to rise. So we're going to leave it. We're going to cover it. Put it in a warm place.
You put in the oven.
No, we're going to put it close by, but somewhere warm, not very too much dry. Now before we take the bread has risen, as you can see. So before we take the bread out, we're going to knock it so that we can get some of that air out of it. Punch it. And we give it a little kneading. Now we're getting ready to loaf it. Hang on. Oh!
Okay, so after we put the bread into the pans, we put it in the oven to let it rise a little bit more before adding the heat. After the heat was added, we baked until it was golden brown, then we added some butter on the top. Now it's ready to eat. Hope make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next time.